Hello, I'm Dr. Vanita Rattan. I'm a doctor, but I'm also a cosmetic formulator specifically for skin of colour. So today's video is all about treating skin in your 20s. Now, skincare really should be changing every decade because your skin goes through different cycles. The cell cycle takes longer. The actual amount of sebum you're producing changes throughout your lifetime. And so actually the problems you're facing as a teenager are going to be very different to the problems you face in your 20s and then again in your 30s and then 40s and 50s. So I'm going to do skincare throughout the decades because it's something that you guys have asked me to do over and over again. So I'm going to talk about what's actually happening to your skin. Then I'm going to tell you Dr. V approved products. I'm going to tell you classic mistakes made in that decade and then how to layer your skincare. So if that sounds good to you, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I've got 2 accounts, Skincare by Dr. V and Dr. Vanita Rattan. On TikTok, Dr. Vanita Rattan. And here on YouTube, of course, because I am in the comment section for 1 hour at the launch of every single video. So make sure when you subscribe, you hit that notification bell so you know you can come and ask me questions. Also, if you really are a proper skincare enthusiast, then do join our private Facebook group. And there are thousands of you in it and everyone's helping each other across the globe. So it's a safe space to come, share your photos and talk about your skincare. So if that's something that interests you, please do join. So right, without further ado, let's dive right in. So starting off with my skincare mistakes in my 20s, I would say I wasn't that enthusiastic about skincare in my 20s because my skin had been okay. And generally speaking, you only tend to look at your skin if either there's a problem with your skin, so for example, you've got eczema or acne or breakouts, or if there's a big life change. So for example, you're getting married or you're pregnant, these are times that you would look at your skincare. But actually, if you've got relatively good skin, you know, you're not going to know much about ingredients. So that was me in my 20s, and really I was all about contouring and eyeshadow and dark eyeliner, which I still have. But really I was all about the makeup, to the point that I wouldn't, you know, be very good at washing my face after a night out. I didn't wear sunscreen, and so guess what? I'd say mid to late 20s, I started developing freckles on my cheeks, and I thought they were cute. My mum said, no, that's early melasma, and that's because you've not been taking care of your skin. You've not been wearing your SPF 50. I genuinely only wore SPF 50 on holiday. I didn't even know that it was a thing to wear SPF 50 in the UK during the winter months. And so I paid for it, and that's when I really started to develop melasma. Melasma is a chronic hyperpigmentation condition, tends to start in the zygoma area and spread across the face. And I, you know, had to get on top of it and learn about skin pretty quickly in order to combat the hyperpigmentation. So let's start off with what's actually happening to your skin. So in your early 20s, so 21 years old, you have your peak collagen production, and so your skin is going to be the most plump it's ever going to be is at 21. So have a really big 21st birthday is my advice to you. After this, we produce 1% less collagen every single year, and so me, I'm almost 40 years old and I'm producing 20% less collagen than I was at 21. So this is something to be aware of. And so early 20s, you're not going to be doing much other than making sure you're wearing your SPF 50 and moisturizer, because free radicals are what damage your collagen. And really you want to keep your collagen structure, which is really the scaffolding of your skin, for as long as possible, because fine lines start to develop later in your 20s. In Caucasian skin, it does tend to develop mid-20s to late 20s. For skin of color, it can happen in your 30s, and if you're very, very lucky, in your 40s. But either way, we want to keep our structure in place. From your mid-20s, when you actually probably do start noticing a reduction in your collagen, I would recommend a vitamin A. So the easy vitamin A is your retinol palmitate. It's one that's not going to cause you any irritation. You can wear it every night without any issues. Retinol, I probably wouldn't start in your 20s because it's quite, it's an alcohol. It can be quite irritating to the skin, and I wouldn't necessarily invite that in your 20s. I'd maybe wait until your 30s to start with the retinol. So retinol palmitate, I'm happy for you to use, or retinaldehyde, which is actually 11 times more effective than retinol, but without any irritation. So this is the Power Antioxidant Serum with retinol palmitate. So it's in an airless pump and it comes out like a gel. And you just rub it into the skin. So this is the antioxidant power serum. Now you may also still have hormonal imbalance, which leads to breakouts. So I would also incorporate salicylic acid if this is happening for you at 2%, either as a wash. Washes tend to be 0.5% salicylic acid, or as a toner, or as a mask, and those tend to be at 2%. If acne is a bit more severe, then I would recommend you also incorporate benzoyl peroxide into the routine. It's also a good idea if you have acne that's moderate acne, then watch my acne routine video and I'll go step by step for you. The other good bit of news is that in your 20s, your cell turnover is about 20 days, which means that this is the fastest time your skin is ever going to repair itself, it's going to heal. And it just gets slower every decade. So I'm in my 30s, so I'm looking at about 30 days cell cycle. So it takes longer for actives to work on my skin and for me to see results. In your 40s, it's about 40 days. And so it just continues to extend with time. Right, so how do you layer it? What do you do? So first in the morning, when you wash your face, use a Micellar Gel Wash. I like the simple Micellar Gel Wash. If you're looking for a brightening Micellar Gel Wash, then you can try this one with niacinamide in it. So this one's been designed specifically for skin. If you have oily skin, you can then opt for a BHA leave-on exfoliator. If you then want to moisturize. So if you have oily skin, opt for a gel moisturizer, something like Face Theory. If you have dry or combination skin, then opt for a fatty, nail-safe moisturizer. So this is Cera-Pep. So this has ceramides, peptides, licorice root extracts, and niacinamide. Then you want to wear your SPF 50. So if you have oily skin, you might opt for a powder SPF 50, such as from Color Science. If you have normal or you have combination skin or dry skin, then Cera-Pep. So this, Inzincable is the one that I wear, designed specifically for skin of color. So it should have no white cast and gives you a dewy finish. So this is the one that I wear, and it's got niacinamide in there plus Shield, so it's good for hyperpigmentation. At night time, you want to double cleanse. So you want to use your oil cleanser and then your Micellar Gel Wash to remove all the makeup and sunscreen and also any extra dirt and grime. Then if you have oily prone skin, then you might want to wear your BHA exfoliator, and you may want to alternate that with your benzoyl peroxide or apply benzoyl peroxide just to the actual spots. Benzoyl peroxide basically oxidizes the area, which means that it poisons the bacteria P. acnes, which loves to be in an anaerobic environment. It poisons it with oxygen. And so you don't want to combine your benzoyl peroxide with an antioxidant, such as, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E. All these things are just going to be rendered useless with benzoyl peroxide because it's been oxidized. So you want to wear it on its own. If you're looking specifically for anti-aging, then you might decide, okay, so I want to wear vitamin A. If you're using retinol palmitate, you can go straight in with your retinol palmitate because it's non-irritating and retinaldehyde. But if you do want to wear retinol, then do the sandwich method. That means fatty moisturizer, retinol, fatty moisturizer. That's going to minimize any chance of irritation. If you are worried about anti-aging, then you can start drinking 8 grams of marine collagen as a supplement. And this is basically what I do. And what it does is it tricks your fibroblasts, the cells that produce collagen, to produce more collagen. And so I've got a Dr. V collagen boost drink coming, which has been designed for skin of color because I've added a whole host of vitamins that we need that didn't exist with the marine collagen. So I just made it for myself, and then you guys wanted me to make it for you, and so I have. And the link for that is down below too. If you do want to learn more about skincare for skin of color, please do get your Skin Revolution book. It's a book I've written with HarperCollins, and it's beautifully illustrated, goes through myths and polls and routines and product recommendations, so I highly recommend it. So here are the Dr. V approved products. So starting off with the double cleanse, I like DHC oil and a Micellar Gel Wash from Garnier or Simple. I've already discussed our double cleansers, so our Dr. V oil melting cleanser and Micellar Gel Wash. For BHA, I love Paula's Choice 2% liquid exfoliant, and I love Face Theory BHA exfoliant serum too. For vitamin A, I love 0.3% retinol plus bakuchiol from Paula's Choice. I love Naturium's retinol complex as well. And also Dr. V Power Antioxidant Serum, which we already discussed. For moisturizers, I love Naturium's Plant Ceramide Moisturizer Cream. It's so fatty and delicious. I obviously love Cetraben too, which we talk about a lot and I put on my children. And of course, our Dr. V Cera-Pep, which is mainly for brightening and anti-aging because it's got ingredients in there, ceramides, peptides, licorice root extract, specifically for anti-aging. And then for moisturizers, I also, if you have oily skin, then opt for a gel-based moisturizer. So I've already discussed Space Theory Super Gel. And potentially you could also try CeraVe Facial Moisturizing Lotion because it's not as thick as a cream, but I tend to steer you towards gels if you have oily acne prone skin. Right, don't forget I'm in the comment section for 1 hour at the launch of every single video, so please write down below which video you want me to make you next and I will do that for you. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.